Let me see what I got here. No, Drake. Drake owns a lot of this podcast.
That was the wrong clip.
I know, but I tried to go for. I'm upset. Can't go 50-50 with a Bezos. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to episode 78 of the I Say That to Say This podcast. And I looked at the screen, but I didn't look at anything because my notes aren't there.
So okay, I thought I was like,
yeah, I know you. I felt you. Got you again. I see you over there. I
was gonna let it go.
No, I felt it. You didn't let it go. They saw it too. I didn't even have to look at you. Welcome to episode 78. The real Mrs. McCrimmon, King Bo Christ. I enjoy doing this with you.
Me too.
Back to back,
it's really
to back,
fun.
to back, to back.
It blurs together.
Yeah. That's why, because the shit don't stop.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it's information overload. And if you're going to take it all in, you might as well tell the world how you feel about it.
True. Because why not?
Because why not? Good to be here. Shout out to our YouTube viewership. If you're listening on the podcast app, SoundCloud, YouTube audio, we appreciate you.
Is there YouTube audio?
Let's get I put the audio up on the YouTube channel just in case you driving, and I don't want to distract you. So if you feel it's better to just get the audio,
gotcha.
You know, and the audio drops a day before, so it makes it.
Okay.
I try to be a man of the people. Big shout out to all our listeners. Big shout out to the people. Give yourself a round of applause.
All four of our fans.
All four of you. We appreciate you. We love you. Come by for drinks. We can share all the same solo cups. Enough for 3 rounds of shots in this bad boy. Where do you want to start? Can we get right into Jeff Bezos?
Yeah, we have to, because that's what we did start it as.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
For those who don't have Amazon Prime, Jeff Bezos is upset this morning.
You're playing it too long.
For Drake to own this video?
Yeah, like, stop. Like, they keep telling you to stop.
YouTube is like, no, pal. Don't use Drake to prove your point.
Because he's upset.
I'm upset when I get you violated a copyright law and Birdman is rubbing his hands. If you get... Birdman's going to run some Bevel Blade ads on your video. Thank you, pal.
Jeff Bezos. Getting a divorce.
I don't want to say he got caught slipping, but Jeff Bezos was in his text messages sending some wild things. His text thread was wild, I'll say.
Wild, right? Like how wild?
See, this is where it's tricky. I'm gonna read some of his text messages.
Okay. That's what I need to.
Yeah, because I can feel you again. Jeff Bezos was texting his mistress.
Okay, first of all.
Don't say mistress.
No, it's fine. But I'm saying, like, if he's texting his mistress, like, the whole context of the whole, everything that you say that is going to follow with this is going to be wrong.
I'm not shooting Jeff Bezos any bail.
But you were like, I don't want to say he got caught slipping.
Right, because I actually think it's more serious than that. So I was gonna say Jeff Bezos got caught slipping, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to say that.
Okay.
So
it sounded like you were like lessening the crime. It's a crime.
Nah, I'm rolling. So
it's
listen.
A crime.
Jeff Bezos sent his mistress, "You make me better. You're meant for me." That I feel like is a foul. Like that's why I didn't want to actually make a joke of that because I'm like, oh, that's a stinger.
I didn't know.
That's not even. That's
I
not.
don't think I knew the whole story. That's crazy. That's upsetting.
Sure, and Jeff. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. His wife. I'm gonna get her name in 1 second, because I just lost it. said about the text messages and everything, it's not hard to interpret. And that's why I actually didn't want to make a joke of it, because I'm like, see, it's not like he was sending... Although it is, I want to get it. Yeah, your energy and ideas and competence and spirit turned me on. Like, seeing that is like, nah, bro, where's the Louis C.K.? Like, you can't, if you doing some wild shit, like, that's just, like, there's no joke in that. That's just hurtful. Like, that's
it's your wife.
Yeah, that's just kind of fucked up if your wife sees that type of shit. So,
somebody that you at least cared about at one point in your life.
Sure. But see, and that's where now we'll get to the bullshit, right? Not the bullshit, but now we'll get to
the heart
some
of the
wiggle
story.
room for some jokes. No. I mean, with Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is worth $124 billion. Excuse me.
124.
144. What you got? What number you got?
It says $137 billion divorce. Like, how's it?
Jeff Bezos.
They gonna leave him $4 billion?
Right, is worth a lot of fucking money. No. We'll say Jeff Bezos has $100 million for conversation purposes. Right? His wife getting $50 billion is just crazy to me. It's like, god damn.
Yeah.
But
if he's only at 144, this says 137. That's like less than $10,000. I mean, that leaves him less than $10 billion. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh no, I get you. That's why I say it's either way. After $100 billion, this is an astronomical amount of money.
Yeah.
So even if it's 120 and 140, like right, a $3 billion divorce is insane to me. Like, one person gets 1.5, the other person gets 1.5. So the fact that
what are you arguing about? But go ahead.
No. I mean,
just give her, like, really.
I actually think they're gonna work it out for some strange reason. There's a lot. $100 billion.
Neither one of them care about the other $150 billion that the other one has.
Now, can we get?
Nobody cares about that.
All right. Let's take the money off the table for a second.
Okay.
Right? Jeff Bezos, this is a foul, obviously. And I don't know their situation. Like, they could maybe, we don't know. They could have not talked for the last 5 years in their relationship. We have no idea. Right? So, I can't say he was wrong for if he was going to move on or whatever he's going to do with his life. I wasn't there. But, yeah, now, where I got to say, like, you extra violated is, like, your spirit moves me.
Yeah, your spirit?
Like all that shit is like, nah,
like,
bro.
That's like not a stab in the back. That's like a stab in the heart. Like, just...
Like, and cheating is not
And they
okay.
might have the worst relationship ever, but that's still...
Right, that's what it is. That's where I'm going with it.
That stings
Jeff Bezos got caught coming out of a Howard Johnson, there may be some room for some wiggle room for it to be some, some jokes or some bullshit. Right? Like your spirit moves me. It's like, damn, bro. Even if you guys didn't like each other, but you still live together, so it makes it fucked up. Like, Jeff Bezos crossed the line.
So what do you think about the divorce? Like the amount of money?
Give her... Like, she was there. She was with Jeff Bezos shooting in the gym. She was there from the very beginning. They've been married for 25 years. If he was worth $500 million and $500 billion and he had to give her $250 billion, she actually... I rule in favor. Like, she was with you, bro. Like,
right. And that kind of...
this isn't one of those... She didn't meet you 7 years ago and now... Like, nah, she was...
I feel like that kind of, like, glow up, as people are calling it. Nick Cannon, we'll get to that. Lost what I was going to say now.
Of being with him, gaining $100+ billion.
Okay. Sorry, thanks. So, like, if you have a job that's important enough for you to make that much money, that is extremely stressful.
Sure.
Your partner feels that you're going through it together, even if you're not doing it together. Like, you get the other side of it. You get the other side of everything from your partner, even if the other person doesn't realize it. But
at that high stakes.
She deserves that.
Right, sure. I can't even imagine.
Stressful and how crazy.
And Amazon,
how many nights alone she probably spent.
Yeah, and Amazon started. Amazon wasn't always 64% of Americans have Amazon Prime. That number fucking blew my mind, right? So Amazon wasn't always a household name. It started out of a garage, like a lot of companies. You know, it's been a long road. And Jeff Bezos was like if you look at early pictures of Jeff Bezos, he was like a geek. You know what I'm saying?
Shocking.
Right, obviously. But now Jeff Bezos is buff. He wears fucking aviator glasses. Like Jeff Bezos definitely had a glow up, right? So I feel like his wife was involved with that glow. I feel like his wife is. That's why I find it. I'm a hypocrite. I am. So if Jeff Bezos was, I don't know, if he was getting his rocks off somewhere in Colombia or some shit, like I would be like, that's crazy, but it wouldn't be far. I would see it coming, kind of.
Right.
But that all like your spirit moves me shit. Like I'm not. I think that's a foul. Like I think that's like nah, bro.
That's a deep foul.
Yeah, like this girl
Why
got
are you
saved.
with your wife?
Nah, she
Why
got
are
you
you with
saved
your wife then?
Not even that. I don't even look at that side of it. I look at like this girl. She got you saved in her phone as Jeff Bezos, like Amazon in parentheses, right? So like nah, you can't be pouring your heart out to this girl. Oh man, no, we're not just gonna write off podcast facts.
No, I want to see what she looks like. That's what you always look.
All right. You're taking me you're taking me inside.
Oh,
that's inside information.
Mistresses pops up. Mistresses.
All right, this is taking a turn for the worse. Jeff Bezos' wife, Mackenzie Bezos, is her name. Before we see the mistress is just more fun, isn't it? That's sick. I do not see a picture of her, but I will Google it.
I think she kind of looks.
And big shout out to our YouTube listeners. I appreciate you. Okay, I got you.
I feel like they look kind of alike.
Although,
wife top, mistress bottom. The mistress just looks like a fake version, like somebody that probably. I mean, she's still ugly to me, but like a fake, ugly version of his wife.
I'm rolling.
I mean, not that looks are all that's important, but like they literally don't even look like they could be related.
Sure, I'm rolling. Yeah, I don't know. See, now that's where it's tricky. Like that again. That's where like your spirit moves me. Shit, like.
I feel like that's the far-fetched thing to say about someone with a face like that. Plastic face, like your spirit moves me.
What if it was the opposite?
Who have you met that has a plastic face that has a wonderful spirit? Please.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. I'm gonna let you get your shit off. Like, do you feel this way because it's a little bit, she's a mistress? Like, it's a little bit of like.
No. If she was beautiful, she would be beautiful. Like,
I'm not saying you're being a hater. I'm not. I don't mean it that way.
But like I have no, and I'm being a hater the other way. I'll own it. But like people that typically get lots of like facial surgeries, sure. I feel like they're not deep individuals because that's what they're focused on.
Sure.
Have I thought about Botox? Yeah, but I'm like, oh, you could paralyze your face. I'm good, actually. I'm really good on that. I'll just get wrinkly.
I like you just the way you are. I don't think you need a...
Well, I'm going to get worse.
Your spirit still moves me.
I'm going to get worse.
Yeah, I don't know, Jeff Bezos.
You're an idiot. That's my conclusion is rolling. You're a fucking idiot, and she deserves half at least.
I feel like they will.
I feel like she deserves more than
I don't know what he did. I don't want to get into all the bullshit, but no, you're not rolling.
He told another woman.
Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, you're right.
Like, not, I want to fuck your brains out.
Right, some
deep shit.
Right. Okay, you're right. I'll give you that. There's no shooting you Denny Bell, Jeff Bezos. I'm going to still fuck with Amazon. I'm going to still get these packages off. Not like I used to, because your spirit doesn't move me that much, but like it used to. When Amazon Prime first came around.
Yeah, it really doesn't move me as much anymore.
No, it really doesn't. Like,
in fact, everything, it takes me months to order stuff because I have to research a billion things.
See, that's because he's
I have to
fucking
research
around.
137 billion fucking things for one item, Jeff Bezos. Fucking limit the shit.
No, go straight home so you can start.
Yeah, you need to go back home and because you need to rethink this growth because it's annoying and I'm gonna go somewhere else. I actually have been shopping in stores.
Wow.
I've been shopping in stores.
This is different. Like no,
I'm the laziest. I don't like shopping.
No, this is actually the dots just connected. Like,
have you noticed that?
Are they changed? No, that's why it just was like, oh shit. Like you're right. You
probably.
have.
I don't know. I don't know if everybody else. I'm annoyed by things.
So what is it about Amazon? Like what?
It's too diluted.
It's like Google.
Yes, like Google was great, and now you're like you can Google. You have to Google the perfect fucking. I do it wrong all the time. The perfect fucking worded phrase to get what you want. Otherwise, it's some other shit, or it's like you can't find what you need, and then I'm like, what are you? Or you're like, here, give it to me, and you type in like, it's so similar. It's so similar. But, like, it's just worded differently, and you're like, why wouldn't you type? And I'm like, I don't know, because that's how my fucking brain works, Like, this is what I thought of when... But it's
that's
hard.
Why it's the same to me, because I treat Amazon... If you looking to buy an ashtray off Amazon... Your mind is not even ready for the options you have for ashtrays. Like, you may see some basic shit that stands up.
You could go through them for the rest of your life.
You see every ashtray that mankind has to offer on Amazon, and you really...
And you never decide.
Sure. See,
so then...
I kind of know. I treat Amazon like a Google search. Like, I kind of go in... What I have in my brain is, like, standing... ashtray or some shit,
Yeah, but like I don't want to have to. But then even standing ashtrays, there's 5,000 of them.
True. Okay.
And then you gotta pick
coming out of the ceiling.
Yeah,
you gotta pick out like that one.
The ones that are more highly rated, right? And then you gotta go to the review section and see if they have pictures of stuff, so you can make sure that it's that. Like it's so like. That's why that's why our Amazon has been limited. If I can find it in a store, I'd rather go to a store because I can see it and touch it. You can see
it and touch it and. Everything runs its course. It's some weird shit.
It does. It's a cycle, but like,
sure,
it's his fault. He needs to be focused on. He's not focused on the bag because he lost half of it.
I don't think he's gonna lose half for some reason. We'll revisit. We'll throw this on our Cardi and Offset docket.
Okay.
We'll sum all this shit up in one episode one day.
Be a good duo.
Sure, it gets greater later because that was a big question of it. Like, bro, you fucked up a lot of money. So. I don't know.
I saw... Sorry, I'm going to throw this out there.
Uh-oh.
Just to add to it. I haven't really been... But I check in every once in a while. I'm like, are they back together yet? No. All right. But apparently she had to... the Bodak Yellow song, she says his name a lot. And at one verse, she said it and, like, flipped off the sky.
Damn. See, that's why I'm like... I don't know. Yeah, with them,
but,
I don't know. With them, they're in my waiting period right now, so I'm like, I don't know if she's just fucking with, like, for things like that on the show.
She is getting money. That's what she's
right. That's where
she's like,
it's,
you know what?
She's on stage
I don't fucking need you. I got my kid. I got my family to help me with my kid, and I'm just gonna be getting money.
That's why I don't know, because when you're on stage, it's probably that fucking insane feeling of 40,000 people yelling your name, and you gotta say his name. You really like fuck him, like,
right?
So. I don't know. We'll sum all that up one day.
That, yeah.
But see, one guy who doesn't mind. I'm not gonna say he's fucking up the money because it's his money. But one guy who doesn't like shelling out the dollars is Nick Cannon.
And he does like he does.
Doesn't mind.
Yeah.
I don't know what I said. I just say everything.
You said it.
Yeah, right. He doesn't mind. Being upset, he's not upset.
He said he's
very happy about it. Let me just
like
play the clip and shut up.
Crazy right now. You have no idea. I specialize in the glow up. No man admits to this. You are the first successful man to ever say this.
Yo, dog, for real. I want to be a provider. That's what I feel like I was put on this planet for. I love taking care of women.
Okay.
Like just in general. Like, let me upgrade you.
You can no longer let a woman bring the condoms now.
His smile is like,
They will be sticking holes
Absolutely.
in
There will be holes in every condom.
He's not upset. He's like, no, really. I mean
his
this.
mouth
Like,
is just Jesus
no, really.
Christ. Like, I
mean this.
I couldn't. That's a weird smile.
That's funny.
I do want to say,
Shoot.
I don't know who Vlad is, but I hear about him a lot. I know he knows 50 Cent's song, Have a Baby by Me, Be a Millionaire.
Be a millionaire, so.
Like, he wasn't the first successful man to say that. Like, 50 Cent was
okay.
way
I'll
before
give you
that.
that. I'll give
and
you
I'm
that.
sure
I
somebody
didn't-
else said it before
Sure.
that.
But I see.
If I can remember that.
No, that's why I got to give you that, because it didn't cross my mind one time.
Like,
and I love
talking
that
about
song.
the first successful.
But I think in a song, it's like, Have a Baby About Me, Baby, Be a Millionaire. It's rap. It's a song. You don't take it.
Yeah, but
that's why I got
don't
to give
say
it to
that
you.
shit.
Sure. I
Most
got to
people
give
do
you
not say
I got to
that
give
shit.
you that. So, and that was, 2006? Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it is not surprising. But Nick Cannon just coming out and saying it like, nah, yeah,
He
it's
is
straight.
egotistical like a motherfucker.
I think so.
Absolutely.
I'd see.
Absolutely. 100%.
You think it's an ego thing that he's like,
Yes.
yo, I'll take care of you, girl. Don't even worry about it. Like, I
Yeah,
got
like,
you.
I'm out here doing this stuff.
I
It
love
doesn't
being a
even
provider.
matter, but I take I'm not even taking this stuff serious, but I take my family serious. Like, what? You think you're a player?
That's where, okay, got you. See, but see,
But
if he
they're allowing
is gonna,
it, so it's the same, he feels like he is,
that's what I was going to say. If he
they're
is
just
going to
like,
be
yeah,
like, yeah,
take
whatever
care
you
of
want
me.
every month, like, don't worry about it. Whatever you need, don't worry about it. Like, oh, you don't want to work?
It
I'd
makes him
rather you
feel
not
really
work.
cool. It makes him feel really cool, I think.
I mean,
he's very
he said, he did say, and I didn't really look at it like that, but he did say, like, yo, if your girl's hopping out the G-Wagon, whatever, and you bought it, you paid for it, he's like, that's the ultimate. So, but that is a lifestyle for a young rich guy. So, I guess if that's how you
want to go
but
broke.
I actually think it's crazy. I get what he's saying, but at this point in my life, it's like, nah, you'd be better off just
like focusing your energy on, like, honing
right.
on
See,
your
we're obviously at two different points in our lives, but that's why I can't shoot him down and be like, no,
Right.
that's crazy, Nick Cannon.
Right.
But I'm like, yeah, nah. When you really think to the gist of it, like, what's the point, kind of?
Right.
Like, what did you? I'd look at like, what did that do?
I mean, it's
like,
fine, but like, don't brag about it. Just do you.
True.
Don't brag about it.
But as far as your girl, I think that's like it's cool putting diamonds on your girl, or
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, or like buying her a car
care
or
that
some
he
shit.
feels that way.
Sure.
But like, you're bragging about
But
it.
yeah, nah.
Shut
See,
up.
I do think. See, Jeff Bezos in the process, I think is different, right? And I feel like the wives and your kids' moms should be. I kind of treat it this. It should be this. In a perfect world, it would be the same. It would be the same woman,
Right.
to me.
Yeah.
I don't have a perfect world, so it's like, damn, when you. In a perfect world, you would like to be able to take the same carton of orange juice and everybody gets the same life. But as far as like the woman, I like your kids, yes. And if that means getting your kids a nice house or whatever
Right.
that is, with a backyard and good schools,
Right.
obviously, of course,
Right.
that goes without saying. But as far as like, yo, I want to still take care of all my kids' moms, I think that's like,
It's weird.
nah,
It's
you can count me
egotistical.
out.
It's
Yeah,
egotistical.
you can count me out because like that makes it about her.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Nah,
Right.
maybe, yeah, me and Nick Cannon, again,
Because
have two
he wants
separate
to
situations.
have women. That's why he has the girls inside that he doesn't care about. Don't
And
take serious.
I don't even know, I'm still figuring it out at this point in my life, but the whole, like, I still want to be your best friend shit, and we don't deal with, like, no. Like, why the fuck
No.
would I pay for your G-Wagon? Like,
No.
you can get him around just fine in a Honda Pilot. Like, if you want a G-Wagon, by all means, please. But as far
Go
as,
for it, right.
like, as far as me, like, yo, you know what, you should,
Since
like,
we had a baby together.
since we got a baby together, like,
everything.
no.
He's not moving on. He's holding on to them. Is what he's doing. He's holding on to them.
That's why I didn't really look at it like an ego thing, and I guess I got to figure that. I got to think on that for a little and how I feel
But
about
it's
it.
like
But
selfish,
I didn't look at it
though.
like
It's
that.
egotistical
Like,
because it's
I just
selfish.
couldn't figure it out personally.
Yeah.
But
from my point of view,
Nick
anyway.
Cannon. Nick Cannon
With
is
his
an
big ass
interesting guy.
fucking mouth.
With I guess since we're on, where do we go? We got some rap shit.
We got Future.
Yeah, that's why I was just looking at that. Like, should we stick with? I'll stick with the rappers.
Music.
I guess I'm counting Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's I like what he does as far as everything. Like Nick Cannon is really everywhere, so he's cool to me. Yeah, I can't. I'm not labeling him as a rapper because he's bigger than that for whatever that means. Future.
I actually have a picture stored on my phone.
Oh, good, because I had the quote, but I couldn't find. That's what's also weird about rappers. Like, it's annoying that they revamp their gram. Like, damn, for conversation purposes, I'd like to just head straight to this, but I get it. It's new promo, new marketing. Like, the pictures are out there. Go find them.
Oh, they just delete them?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, a lot I see that a lot. Other than people just do it. Like, people that revamp their gram, I think it's strange. Like, why? Like, where's the picture now?
Yeah, like, well.
Here, I got it here.
Okay.
Future says, sacrifice true love to live a lifestyle I could never imagine. You only live once. Eagle emoji, end quote. And it all tied in. What? Did I fuck it up?
Nope, but hang on.
I was like, I got quotes here.
What was the date on that picture?
It was actually in my note. I just threw it in my notes, so I don't have the. I just have the. I just wrote it down and threw it on the docket. I lost the picture and I don't have my phone here.
Okay, I'm gonna look up.
But
I don't think so. Okay.
I'm rolling.
Oh, he did delete it. God damn it.
Yeah, when I saw he had 9 pictures, I knew it was over. I was like, oh, okay, I can't.
But he's probably tagged in it. So.
Doubt it. See, I treat that shit like Google.
But
that's like what we talked about with Amazon.
The eagle, is like his kid's like symbol that they're using. Hendrix that he had with what's his name's baby mama.
Sierra.
No.
Oh, Bow Wow's.
Joy.
Oh yeah. See, I don't know who that is, so I don't really. It doesn't.
I was following her
brain.
because she's a dancer, and she was pregnant, and then I was like, "Was that Future?" You remember when I showed you? I'm like, "What the fuck?"
That is Future.
And anyway, so the son's name is Hendrix, but they use that for the symbol. But yeah, I forget now what I was even coming in here to look. But
the picture of Future, of sacrifice true love to live a lifestyle I could never imagine. You only live once. I thought it was appropriate, being the Jeff Bezos episode, that I was like, now see, I believe it's just you. I gotta say, like, because and when that's why when I see this shit, it's not crazy to me, even though I'm married, but it's not like, oh, I don't understand this. It's like, oh no, I get it. And that's what makes me appreciate you even more. So and because like sacrifice true love to live a lifestyle. Why I get it. I understand. Like, yo, if you don't find someone you serious enough about, attack your dreams 100%. Like, attack your dreams as fast, 100 miles an hour, as fast as you can. If you don't feel like someone, and I guess I won't use a hypothetical here, I personally feel like I have someone that can match my dreams 100 miles an hour. So that's why now I'm like, oh yeah, no, bro, you're on your own with this. Like,
right, that's why I'm like,
all right, and I look at Jeff Bezos like, damn, if you found someone that could match your goal of 100 miles an hour and stuck with it, I don't know that I can't totally crucify Jeff Bezos because I don't know what their home life is like. But if you got a good thing, that's what makes me. I can't see around this thing. Oh, you got the actual. We're gonna put that up on the screen for YouTube.
It's on Shade Room.
Of course. Yeah, I try to avoid the shade room. See, because that's when you go in there. That shade room is his own wormhole of shit. And celebrity bullshit.
Seriously.
And that I can make a conversation about, like,
it's gonna
Future.
take me 3 months to get to that post.
I bet. So that's where I was going with this. Some shit about Future that I could make about my life, and I have a feeling about it for real, is interesting to me. It's all one It's no degrees of separation. This is as good as whatever, right? But some shit I see on the internet is like, nah, this is too much. This is we've gone too far.
Yeah.
You know, and that let's get into the cop from Syracuse. Can we?
We can do whatever you want.
See, that's why I head straight home. Yeah. Speaking of anal probing, Syracuse cop falsely accused of.
Do you have your
oh yeah.
applause?
Nah, and for the record, I think anal sex is
like
weird at this point. Like I agree that everybody should try it. Not everybody should try it, but you got to try everything at least twice, right? But like
try it, but it's
at some point, like no. So I should have. We're just getting started. This is gonna be great.
Lord.
This is gonna be great. A Syracuse cop falsely accused a man of putting dope in his ass. Pause. And took him to the hospital for an anal probe. Let me see here. In October, this is an old article. Well, it's new if you never heard it. Right? In October 2017, Syracuse cops arrested Torrance Jackson with a small amount of marijuana and accused him of hiding drugs in his rectum. Officers say they saw him shift in the seat and concluded that he'd put drugs up his butt. They took him to St. Joseph Hospital, where he was non-consensually x-rayed. When they revealed no drugs, officers told doctors to force sedation on Jackson and then put a tube and a camera up his rectum. Two doctors refused to perform the procedure, but eventually Jackson was drugged unconscious and anally violated. To read this, I'm still like, oh, this is actually crazy.
Yeah.
No drugs were found again, and after Jackson was released, St. Joseph Hospital billed him $4,595.12 for the procedure.
Nope.
No. Jackson was released the following day. He went to the emergency room. They said the emergency room examined him and told him what happened. Someone probed his colon. This is absolutely insane. And this is, again, some shit you see on the internet that's like, what in the fuck?
Yeah, and they're just like, nope, not our problem.
Yeah, no, see, and I think that's crazy, especially for weed. For one, like, I'm like, well, listen.
Because just because he had weed does not mean he had anything else.
Right, like, let's...
If he just has weed, and he doesn't have crack offenses on his record...
That's what I'm going with. That's a lot. A lot happened here for what? A
lot went wrong.
For what? For you to find what drugs? How much drugs was up there? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot happened. So
and why wouldn't he have shoved the whole amount up there?
But see, now this is where it's also crazy. As far as me, I not travel, allegedly. It never happened. I obviously have a lot of weed all the time, right? So I couldn't imagine getting pulled over and there's weed in the car, and I'd be like, yeah. And he'd be like, what else you got? I'm like, nothing. Step out of the car, like, I couldn't imagine, like, did you put weed in your ass?
Like,
bro, what? Like,
get my wallet out. That's not a weird movement.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not a weird movement.
That's what I mean. That'd be so crazy to me. They'd be like, wait.
No, I think they were being assholes.
Yeah, that's where I'm going
assholes,
with it. When
then they just abuse their power. Like,
100%. 100%. Now that I don't know. I can't say if you wake up like, what happened to me, and you find out that somebody put a camera up if I find out somebody put a camera up my ass, I can't exactly say on this podcast what I think what happened, but like I think that's a lot. Like that's a lot. And two doctors refusing to perform the procedure tells you enough.
Telling a cop they're not gonna do it, something is wrong with that.
And it happened anyway. And then on top of that, billing them for it, like, a lot is wrong with this, and I think that this shit is absolutely crazy. I think Torrance Jackson, he deserves a check. Like, now when we talk about it's been a good amount of time, so we actually could probably find this out. But when we talk about what people deserve for that shit, that's as good as a rape to me. Like, I mean that respectfully.
How do you spell?
TORRENCE.
Oh. fucked that all up. I spelled it T-A-U-R, like Torrance, T-A-U-R-A-N-C.
You know, because you from Florida, I'm gonna shoot you some bail.
What is his name? Oh, Torrance.
Torrance Jackson. Because you from Florida, I'm gonna shoot you some bail. But I'm not gonna. That gets me. See, we on the pod. I'm pussy now. I am. See, I know. Shit, I would say to you off the record, how like just not thinking about it. I realize I'm like, I know you wouldn't be offended, but I'm like, I was gonna say white people are really crazy with that. Like, I think it's interesting. There's skits about it, so I'm not bugging here, but I am pussy. Like Monique, how do you spell that? And then like some shit like Giuliani, you spell no problem. Like I think that's hilarious. But I'm gonna shoot you some bail because I say.
But I'm good at English too, and I think that it's gonna spell like taurine or something. You know, like a fucking actual word. I'm like, oh, okay, Torrance. Okay, I was just.
See, to me, it's like Terrence, but with an O.
But you saw it.
That's why I was like, maybe I don't know. I would have just I don't know.
But you are correct.
But no, yeah, but that shit is like
I'm like
Blake. How do you like Blake, nigga? Like what are you talking about? Like you can, everybody spells Roethlisberger just fine, but fucking I don't know.
I pictured him being younger.
I just
did you see his face?
No, I did not. I just have the.
He kind of looks a little guilty.
No, I was going to say, I see why I searched him. No, I was playing. No, see, that's what's fucked up. Let me tell you some crazy shit.
You know, it's because he's in the fucking.
I was going to say he's in a jail uniform. When you see a motherfucker in a jail uniform,
Adam ruins everything.
What?
He ruined court. Like he was.
Oh yeah,
wasn't it him?
No,
was it somebody else?
No,
anyways, it was something else.
I was telling you about the the defense attorney.
Oh yeah, we watched. It was the defense attorney, and he said if they're in a.
I didn't realize how much strategy, but that also is strategy with not strategy, but with the news. If you Google someone and see them in a jail uniform, now I'm like, oh shit,
you're like, oh, they
that's
look
some crazy shit. Yeah,
they look super. Imagine me.
If he had a regular.
Imagine
it's a whole nother. See, that's crazy.
A different. Yeah, it's a whole different vibe. If I'm in a fucking orange jumpsuit, you'd be like,
oh,
this bitch don't fuck around.
Like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know. You do stuff like that.
The world is crazy. Yeah, the world is crazy. The world is fucking crazy. And see, that's another thing. Tattoos on your neck. I feel like the world has come a long way. So it's not what the stigma is not what it used to be. Now it's the tattoo on your face. If your mugshot, you got a tattoo on your face, I'm like.
Yeah.
I don't know. At some point in your life,
you did some bad things.
You had some poor decision making for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? See, a neck tattoo. I love your tattoos, right? And it all goes together. It's all one. It's all one, like creation.
They're not
to
little.
Me. Right. Like the fucking.
We have 18.
Like Nick Cannon has lonesome on his neck, and I'm like, I'm looking at it like. Oh,
that's what was you going through? That's his true fucking feelings.
But what was you? Yeah, see,
that's why he has all those girls because he's fucking lonesome because he's self-centered. You're lonely because you're self-centered. Nick Cannon.
We're rolling with this everyday podcast thing because when you look at it like that, it's like, oh yeah, he is lonely. That's his billboard for telling you like, no, I'm dead ass.
He is lonely, and that's his real fucking feelings.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit.
Tattoos on your face are crazy.
Yeah, tattoos on your face are definitely next level. But
I did want to touch on the future thing. Like, you went to the baby shower though and took a picture with the girl. Like, but I don't know, it's just weird. That's weird to me.
As far as what?
Sacrifice true love to live a lifestyle I never could imagine. I'm pretty sure it's about that girl, right?
No, I think that's general. I took that as a general.
No, because he knew that people would think that. So he knew.
It's perspective, though, on an Instagram post.
But he did that on purpose then, and that's really shitty of him to do that to her.
Did they? So
that's shitty to do to her.
I gotta go for you for the Shade Room News. Did they break up?
I don't think they're together. That's why it was weird for me to see. Like, I mean, I don't know, but.
But if you say, if you are on your 6 baby mom and you say sacrifice true love, I don't know. I assume this is obviously a pattern in your life that you will sacrifice true love to get to your goals. So I didn't take that as a slight to the most recent girl and just assume that it was about her. I was just like, oh, well, sacrificing true love is his lifestyle. I mean, it's the internet, but it's his words.
But I feel like I don't think they were ever together because that's the only picture that they have together.
What the hell?
I don't know what that was. Yeah, that's literally their only picture together.
Sure.
So they've never been together. But like, I don't know. It just, like, he knows that you would think that. I don't know.
True.
Seems like a shitty thing to say.
I'm rolling. But
I think the internet.
I can't really call it a shitty thing to say because it's like if you were willing to. See, I don't know what happens with these people, but if it's out there, like, yo, listen, I will do whatever it is. Maybe one day meets someone that.
Yeah, I feel like he doesn't really know what true love is.
How do you when you're a rapper? Like how like what?
It has to come to you. Like, it's not. He ain't found it yet.
Sure. I think.
Because once you find it, it derails your whole life. It derails all your plans.
Once you
find true love, it derails everything.
That's what he's saying. That's why he's like, I can't.
No, but if it's true love, it derails it in a good way.
Like, derail is a trigger word.
No, I know, but like
derail sounds. That's not
if
good.
you're single, you're lonely. You want that shit to be derailed. You know, like you don't. I mean, not to say that everybody single is lonely. So don't.
Sure.
No, all our our fans are.
You never know.
With somebody, so
the lonely people could be sitting there like the lonely listeners are like, you're right. I need somebody to derail this shit.
But like, you know, like all in all, that's what we're here to do is love someone. Yeah. I
agree with that, but the internet tells me otherwise.
Yeah, well, the internet.
Like an asexual, like a person that's not. People are identifying as asexual.
I don't know what that means.
Let me Google it. But you're not attracted to you're not attracted to anyone, not the opposite sex, not the same sex. You're not attracted to anyone. You don't have that sexual. I should just Google it instead of trying to.
Oh, you talked about this, and I totally agree with everything that you said. I know that's insensitive.
The definition of asexual is without sexual feelings or association. Right?
I don't. So, I feel like that's maybe that's exactly like they have. He's an A.
I'll say. Let me read the full. Asexual individuals may still experience attraction, but this attraction doesn't need to be realized in a sexual manner. I don't know.
We don't want to offend anyone.
Right. I've been down this road before and it got tricky. So personally, I feel that's what I feel like is natural to me. I feel like that's.
It's like a reflex.
Right.
Like it's just happens.
It's like no. I think things are funny, but I've never laughed. It's like, what you mean? Like, what's up with you? No, dead ass. Like, who hurt you then? Because naturally.
That's exactly where you go. Like, what happened throughout your life? Like, were you not nurtured as a child? Like, what actually? Because unless something is literally wrong in your brain. We want to connect with people. Like, maybe your mom, like, left you in the crib crying for days. Like, I don't know. But, like, something...
Jesus Christ.
It's like human nature. I'm just saying, like, maybe you don't remember. Like, people are like, oh, no, I'm just like this. I was born this way. Like, you don't know what happened to you.
Sure.
Like, you could be fucked up from some shit, you know? And, like...
Nah, I'm
not to go back to, like, old stuff, but...
that I had to double check.
I'm rolling.
But, like...
You trying to check?
I just fucked people up. You better stop.
No, seriously though. But I guess I don't know.
Just put it down.
I'm done. I don't want. Asexual people are upset right now, and I was just trying to bring them along for the show. Speaking of, that was my attempt at a poor segue.
Next topic.
Seeing, yeah, right. Seeing, there you go. But it is interesting that you could love somebody. Like, you could be like, yo, this is the one for me.
Right.
And your parents or someone else could be like...
Oh, I forgot about that.
Someone else could be like, nah, you know what? I ain't having... I don't like you guys together. Like, from the outside. And that's why it was my poor attempt at a segue, because I'm like, damn, the flip side of it is if you really feel like someone is the one... and that's where I wouldn't let anyone else's...
Right.
opinion influenced me. Like, my parents couldn't talk me out of...
You couldn't pay me off with any amount of money.
Sure. And let me read the... Let's read the
article.
The article. From the Chronicle.
Is that a reliable source?
No, it never is, but it's the internet, so I'm going to talk about it anyway.
Okay.
Oh no, this is terrible. Did you read this thing?
Yeah.
My fiance's parents paid me to leave. I just realized. I had the gist of the article. Do I have to read this whole thing? That's trash. Wait, is here. I just want to get the exact dollar amount before I start reading this thing. $20,000.
She must have actually hated that motherfucker.
That's where I want. Before I read the article, that's where I was
going. Oh my
with
God, this is the sign from God that I needed. Goodbye.
A guy's parents offered his fiance $20,000. They said, the girl, I'm going to get her name, said, make it 30 and you've got a deal. The next week, the money, and she goes on, the next week the money appeared in my bank account and I told Jeremy I was leaving him. I don't know if he ever found out what his parents did, but I do know I left for England a few months after we separated. I send pictures of Gemma and we keep in touch, but I no longer feel terrible. I got to find out who Gemma is, because if they have a kid involved, that's going to be crazy. I send pictures of Gemma and we keep in touch, but I no longer feel terrible about myself, or I don't walk on eggshells anymore. Or hopefully it's the dog. Because the dog is like, all right, you're a selfish asshole, and like, but if you take the dog across town for 30 bands, fine. But nah, see, I'm coming. I might come for my dog. I'm like, fuck the pictures. Send my dog back. But yeah. Anyway, $30,000. I don't think she liked him anyway, because
no, it was a baby.
It was a baby.
It was a baby.
Wow. With a kid? Nah, see, this gets crazy.
I think he...
I don't... Why did I... This is a different article from the original I saw.
You probably just read the...
The headline?
Yeah.
No, I read it because I remember being like, all right, I'll sum it up with this statement. But how did I miss that it was a baby? That's fucked up. Now, see... I gotta read this whole thing, I guess. My fiance's parents paid me to leave. A read by King Bo Christ. I'd been having my doubts about my relationship with my boyfriend Jeremy for a while. Okay, I guess that's where I was going. We had moved in together about 2 months of dating. When we were in our early 20s and inexperienced at life. We were madly in love, and I thought nothing could change that. At first, everything was wonderful. Then I got pregnant. It was a surprise, but we embraced the curveball life had thrown at us. Jeremy asked me to marry him. We just talked about this. That's crazy. Jeremy asked me to marry him, and baby Gemma was born, and we've been together for about 18 months. We were planning on getting married around Gemma's first birthday, but in that year that she was first born, things started to go downhill. At first, I couldn't put my finger on what it was, but I knew I'd started to feel like crap about myself. My self-esteem had plummeted, and I feel like I didn't deserve Jeremy, and I was a crappy mum. Yes, it says mum.
Yeah, because it's from...
I'd never had trouble with my confidence before, so I was shocked when I was talking to my best friend Michaela, and she pointed out that she'd noticed that Jeremy was putting me down a lot. It wasn't anything big. He never told me I was an awful person. He chipped away at my self-esteem bit by bit with little comments about what I was wearing, how I was wearing my hair. Now this is starting to make sense. Who I was hanging out with, or what I was doing with my life.
What is he?
He's a crazy bitch.
I'd hear things like, are you really wearing those pants? Or do you think that's really flattering for you? Or I guess I should be pretty happy with that, considering, right, you're going to eat that? As soon as Michaela mentioned it, I started to notice it. I definitely did just read the headline. That's sad. Because I'm like, this is actually a way different article than as soon as Michaela... that's terrible. Good thing you convinced me to read this thing. As soon as Michaela mentioned it, I started to notice it. And it was happening every day, and it really started to eat away at me. He'd also developed a nasty temper. Okay. Now, this makes everything totally different. My friend Jeremy here.
What is he?
He's a crazy bitch.
Because, yeah, now when I look at it that way, and
I would have made him pay me more.
That's why they were like, yo, you want 20 bands?
Like
and I'll
60.
put this article in the show notes so you can...
60. I hate him, but I'll take 60. Like, if you're offering 20...
$250,000.
If you're offering 20, you're at least offering a
it's
third of what you would be willing to pay. Because you're not going to start out at your highest. Not being a rich person that's going to pay somebody off.
Sure. But see, when there's a kid involved...
Because you know how to play, like, mental warfare and, like, you know, get a good deal or...
Sure.
So you never start out with your highest.
Sure. And you're not... okay. See, when I look at this, I actually... And, again, when I say I don't know what was happening in people's relationship, in this instance, when I see this shit, I agree. Like, all right, fuck it, hit him in the head. Like, that shit is like, oh well, you're gonna break up anyway, so I might as well.
Right.
And
she has a kid too, so I feel like
where it is a little tricky.
Like you pay child support, and I'll take $30,000. Yeah.
He pays the bills and get her what she want.
I don't think that's mentioned.
Or maybe she doesn't give a fuck about it.
Maybe not.
But
she just wanted to be away from him.
She was just like, fuck it, a payoff to leave this motherfucker who I don't really like anyway. No problem. Yeah, now at this point I don't blame him because I that is... See, that shit, if you're going to break up because you just are at mesh or you just don't mesh anymore or fucking cheating or whatever it is your deal breaker is... Which reminds me, we're doing a deal breaker, a deal breaker bracket.
I got a good segue.
No, like that kind of abuse of like, damn, you gonna eat that or you gonna wear that? That nobody wants to deal with that. Like they should have. She actually should have hit you for 100. Shoot.
If she was the woman that had the rare hearing disorder, that couldn't hear the men's voices, she wouldn't hear.
She would have been rolling. She would have had a happy family, but she would have been down 30 bands. Oh, okay. And I forgot about that one too.
Her self-esteem would have been.
Her self-esteem. Well, she would have been glowing. Like she would have been
happy as shit.
You gonna wear that? Like.
I am.
Right on.
Looks great, right?
If all of you are wondering what the fuck we're talking about, and you're killing that dress, by the way, since we brought it up.
And China has a rare hearing disorder. She can no longer hear men's voices. This is the truth. The woman was initially suffering from ringing in the ears and vomiting. And when she woke up the next morning, she could not hear her boyfriend speaking. Her doctor diagnosed...
Uh-oh. Her doctor diagnosed... I don't know. This is crazy. But I guess Eyewitness 7 is like, no, we want no parts of your stupid little podcast.
She can no longer hear low frequencies, which include the average male voice. Her doctor believes the condition was brought on by stress. However, the condition is believed to be temporary.
What's the condition?
Rare hearing disorder.
It's like high something or low something.
She says it, but...
I know, it bleeped out. And I want to see if there's the opposite one. So you can't hear a woman's voice.
Wow.
So I need to know.
A woman in China has a rare... suffering from ringing in the ears and vomiting. And when she woke up the next morning, she could not hear her boyfriend speaking. Her doctor diagnosed...
That's insane. That's hilarious at the same time, but insane. Yeah, no, see... Actually, when I first saw this, and this is from Eyewitness News on ABC, when I first saw this, I actually thought it was interesting. And we could just read a headline, but it makes me, because I kind of feel like the news is a little bit bullshit. But I want to point this out.
So you don't have
and a woman in China has a rare hearing disorder. She can no longer hear men's voices.
But this
The woman
When she
was
says,
initially...
I don't know what's going on with the time, but when she says, this is the truth, it made me like, where'd you
It's
guys
not
hear
the
this?
truth.
Like, yeah, where'd you guys hear this? Go ahead.
True.
Oh, it's real. Okay.
Oh, I don't know if it's true.
No, go ahead. Read what you're gonna...
No, I'm just trying to find the name of it so I can Google it.
Yeah, I don't know.
RSHL. But what the fuck is the long name of it? I gotta Google that. RSHL.
Welcome to the I Said This podcast.
RSHL. God damn it. Hearing loss. Reverse slope.
Reverse slope syndrome?
No.
Hey, listen, that's how I get to the bottom of my Googles. That's how I do my Googles. Like, what's the official?
No, it's RSHL. So it's
RSHL.
reverse slope hearing loss.
Oh.
Reverse slope.
I'm terrible at what is that
well,
shit?
You didn't
Wheel of
see
Fortune?
It, so it's like
Wheel
torrents.
of Fortune and
How the fuck you
acronyms.
supposed to know? You didn't see it, and you weren't listening.
See,
either,
I can't just
so.
spell. But
You can't just spell.
I can't just spell or speak English.
Probably hurt your spelling.
I'm having a brain cramp. I think I'm having a stroke right now, actually, trying to figure out how to spell vestibular. Is that it on the docket?
I think so.
I think that's it.
Got anything? Oh, did you want to talk about Diddy? You have to say this. You have to like.
You gotta. When you say Diddy?
Say Diddy. This is a stupid name.
Diddy?
I feel like so.
It's better
Diddy.
than calling him Puff Daddy.
It's all bad. That's why I changed it to Diddy, because he was like, no, this is a little bit less bad.
I need a revamp. I thought it was.
He should just be called D.
I thought it was.
No, but something.
I thought it was.
What's his first name?
Sean?
He needs to be called
Combs?
Sean.
S.C. Anything but Diddy. Diddy put up I miss you, but see, again, this is all personal.
But what?
He broke up with his girl. He put up a picture, like saying, with a heart emoji of her, like, it's all love.
What did he say exactly, or was it just a heart?
I believe it was just a heart.
Okay.
But you broke up. Like, don't put up a picture of me when we broke up.
I know, that's what I thought you were, like, defending it, and I was like, no, that was way crossing the line. And he knew she was with somebody else.
That I don't know, because I didn't. I happened to come across it. But when Diddy posted whatever he posted on his Instagram story, about a minute later, Cassie put up a picture of her and her new boo. And the internet was like, oh. And I was just like, oh, well, that's what happens. You got caught out there. You can't be. What were you expecting? Like, what were you?
And you've been pining over, the mother of your kids, like, after you guys just broke up. Like, that's got to be.
And respectfully, I want these conversations are too different, and I'm not going to speak on.
It's totally like, right. It's understandable, but like, what are you doing?
But right, if you. I believe it was an understanding in their relationship
time to do anything. Yeah,
but I believe it was a thing in their relationship. I guess an understanding that they had, like, this woman was the love of my life.
Right.
Like, there will be what she means to me. No one will ever get there.
Which is probably why they're not together. But it doesn't, like, he's doing the same thing that, like, Nick Cannon is doing, like, trying to hold on a little bit, like, I'm gonna keep you
that's how
around.
I took it. I took it as, like, that's when Cassie was like, nah, I'm good.
Nah,
I'm good, love.
I'm real good.
And she posted her and her new guy, and
they were kissing.
See, that's why. Right? Yes, it's on the screen right now.
Okay.
Here.
I'm just psychic, I guess.
You are. And I see, I respect it, and I think, like, see, well, that's what happens.
I respect it too.
And when you have a public breakup, or even a breakup period, you can't. When you post, you can't. Like, you decided to break up. It doesn't work like that anymore.
No, that's weird.
Because I know, we broke up. Don't put up a picture of me.
No, like you miss me.
You
Especially
miss
if
me,
the whole world's
yeah,
watching.
you miss me. Fuck you. Like, you
right,
know what I'm saying?
no.
So Diddy got caught out there.
Yeah, and if he didn't know she was with somebody, he's been way too far removed, whatever. And he shouldn't be posting her for real. You know what I mean? Like, there's just nothing right about don't do that. Because you're too famous for that.
But I think it maybe, it's a moment. When you're a public figure, you just put things out there. Maybe it was just like a moment he had, and
I'm
she
sure
just
he's
shot it
human,
down.
But like,
yeah, I know.
you need to have, your posts need to go through somebody. Like,
like see,
I
that's
feel like
where
you get to a certain point.
But it was,
like,
it was an Instagram
you should
story.
bounce
So it
it off of somebody.
It was an Instagram story, so it was 24 hours. It wasn't an official post, but it was like
Doesn't matter how many times is that shit screenshot.
Oh, it's out one, and that's the crazy shit. Once you put something out on the internet for a half a second,
that
if you
popular,
tweet
that's
something,
what I mean. Like, it's there.
Sure.
For half a second.
Did he tweet something?
Somebody got it.
Like, as fast as he hits tweet, he goes to hit that button, hits delete. Are you sure you want to delete this tweet? Yes. In that time, it's already there. You can't take it back. You said it. It's out there. Right? So and maybe that was too much for. And you never know what life has to hold for you. You think, I guess, if you're gonna be with someone forever and it doesn't work out,
right?
And you break up. In his mind, maybe he holds on to things because he was with another girl and he loved his.
Yeah, that's weird.
Ex or his child's mom.
Like, I feel like he
felt it.
Yeah.
But maybe that's in his personality. But me,
like Nick
Cannon. As far as once you move on, you move on. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't like X Games. I don't like the mill. I think it's like, what's the point?
Why are we hanging out?
No, but what's the point? Like how much of friends? And I can't. People are different, but like how much of friends could we be if we had the ultimate friendship and it didn't work out? Like we had the ultimate.
Right. And
we had it.
Stay together.
Right, we had it. Like, what's the only thing between
like extra
soulmates
would be like sex.
And best friends is sex. That's where I was just going. That's the only thing that's different would be sex. That's it. So, and sex is a key component.
Yeah. But like, if you really love someone, you can work on it. You know, like you
That's
can make yourself.
Right.
You can, yeah.
So I don't. I can't. I guess there's a separate. That's like a nuance. It's separate issues. But all I got is my opinion.
X Games are lame. X Games are lame.
Copy.
Super lame.
Where's my goddamn gavel? Oh wow!
It's not even in here.
It's not even. Where the fuck is my gavel? I'm going to get my gavel.
Make sure it's still recording.
Oh, it's better be. The only thing you should be checking in on is the I Say That to Say This podcast. That's what you should be doing.
Subscribe so you can get the updates and whatever.
You ain't got shit else to do with your friends. Sit around and talk about celebrities.
All four of you.
Give yourself a round of applause. Where is this fucking thing? I'm gonna get faster with it. Linz, thanks for being here. It's good having you.
Thanks for having you.
Thanks for having yourself. Beautiful people. It's been real. Stay away from your ex. It didn't work out. It's over.
See you next time.
See you next time tomorrow. Have a day you deserve. Wait.